Welcome back. This is Jack. We're starting a little late, so I'm just trying to play a little catch up here. I just got caught up on a couple things. Cliff Note version is a good friend of mine. I want to make sure the audio is working right. There we go. Good friend of mine who is also a streamer. He hit his 1,000 subscriber on Twitch. He's a streamer on Twitch still, and he got his 1,000th follower, not subscriber. And his girl threw him a party, and he got a really cool gift. And they were showing him losing his shit from it. So pretty awesome, pretty good, pretty happy. All right, so we're pulling back into the Sekiro, obviously. Let's see how much we can get done. I'm hoping I can get quite a bit done. All right, I'm going to pause for that one. That's a trick one. All right. There's pay walls you're going to hit. I use the Elgato Wave 3. And you're probably not going to need a much better one than that until you start paying about $1,000. Because anything above that, you're going to need not only a really damn good mic, which is going to run you about $500 to $1,000 on its own, but a Go XLR to do all the balancing. The Elgato Wave 3, which is what I use, has a lot of the same features, but it's on a digital side, not on a mechanical side. So there are some limitations, while at the same time it is still a good mic. I would recommend that. It depends on your budget. The Wave 3 I think runs for about $150 right now, and it's a good deal, honestly. That's what I use. All right, that's right. I came back here to kill this sub boss so I can get the thing. I was wondering why I was back here. But also, hi Whisper, how you doing? The biggest thing you're going to run into with doing ASMR videos is going to be not really necessarily the microphone. That's going to be important. Yeah, then I would still invest in the Wave 3 first and foremost, purely because it gives you a good foundation, and you won't need to upgrade that for a long time. But what's going to kill you when it comes to doing ASMR videos is the room you're doing it in. You need good soundproofing for the room, either by filling it with a lot of stuff or putting up anti-sound paneling, which you can get a lot of it for like $5 or so. That's going to be your biggest thing, because creating a bad echo in the room will kill a lot of ASMR effect. Having a mic that's good at sensitivity and all that good stuff, like the one I'm talking about, then yeah. That's what's going to make the difference between a Go XLR. Like, if you want a good example, watch Markiplier's second World's Quietest Let's Play. I'm doing pretty good since my video earlier. Got to see my friend finally get his 1,000th follower. He got a laptop. That was his big gift. He hasn't had a computer in years, and him having this computer allows him to take his content creation, his streaming, which he's been doing for years, to a whole nother level that he's been wanting to do, but he just hasn't had the ability to. And with me being the one who has to edit his stuff, it's going to make my job easier, because hopefully he'll listen to me when it comes to the setup. But that's another conversation. But no, for an ASMR video, the first place you're going to start is a good mic. That's going to be the biggest investment you're going to want to get. Now, it doesn't have to be $1,000 microphone or anything like that. That just should be your first investment, and then everything else will come down to what's the imagery you're going with the ASMR sounds. I'm waiting to see what he does. Okay, he's just pacing. I wish he was still standing still. Okay, I got my first execution on him for free. Ow. He got me with that one. That was fair. No! Ow! He's gonna get me. I'll check what you said in a second. Nope. No, not letting you do that. Got him. Yeah. Yeah, I think calling him not sound of mine, very, very good call on that. To him, Facebook means something else entirely. All right. So I have another prayer bead. I don't know how many I have yet. If I have 4, that means I can do a real upgrade. Hang on. No, I actually have... Okay, cool. But that's not what I'm looking for. Prayer bead. I have 4. Good. All right, I got to do 2 things. One... Oh. Sorry, I forgot English is not your first language. So you have Facebook, you know, like where you can do social media stuff. Jeffrey Dahmer, 8 people. So he has different kinds of face... a book of faces. It's a really bad play on words. I'm sorry. Okay, it's battle memories, reflection of strength. Okay. Cool. And this should give me more health now. Awesome. And I still got to go back to... what's his face? I don't know how much Facebook is used in your part of the world, but it's basically a major social media website where you can like post things, pictures, videos. Not like YouTube where it's a majority videos. It's more of just like pictures and words. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's once again, I'm going to say it's just a bad piece of wordplay. My bad.
It's a mechanism that can stand here.
What difference does the barrel make?
With a versatile base such as this, I can use various purifying agents to further hone that guiding force.
Purifying agents?
Purifying agents are materials that can be used together with the barrel. Things like gunpowder and scrap metal. So if you find something of that sort, be sure to bring it my way.
All right. Can I fit a new one? That was a weird animation. No, I don't have a new one. Okay, so can I upgrade one? Okay, cool. Here's the upgrades. I don't have enough raw material to make the spinning shuriken, so I'll have to come back to that. Give me a second. I want to make sure that the people, because there's some people who really wanted me to play this game. I want to make sure they're not missing this for no reason. So I'm just gonna toss it at them real fast. There we go. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that everybody who wanted to. He was so a matter of fact about describing his wrongdoings, he probably desensitized. Actually, one movie that did a really good job explaining that is Silence of the Lambs. One, there was probably something wrong with him to begin with in the fact that he was a sociopath. And by definition, he had a disconnect between himself and everybody else by default. His brain didn't process attachment and emotions the same way as everybody else by default. So you take that and then you combine it with how he probably disconnected himself from them further, as in Silence Lambs phrased it as they stop making the person a person, they make them a thing. Because you breaking a chair is not that big of a deal, but you breaking a person is. So what you do is you think of the teach yourself to think of the person less as a person but as an item. Did you kill that person? No. Did you break that chair? No. Same inflection, because to him there is no difference between the two. I may have just gotten busted. I hope not. It'd be annoying. That's bull. Still recoiling from me hitting him, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to smack you with the torch. Oh, well. I got some oil out of the deal, so that's good. Right now what I'm trying to do is there's the other assassin character. I want to see if I can take him out. Or there's the Assassin Hunter, or Ninja Hunter, whatever he's called. I'm going to see if I can take him out, because if I do, that's a bit more XP for me. Slash another prayer bead, which will get me closer to getting even more health. Not to mention it's a personal challenge kind of thing. Can I get past this guy with the torch? There, got one on him. Got rid of the archer. I was hoping I could do the step on it, but I apparently can't. Not that one, at least. Let me heal up. It's got me, for some reason, locked on to the wrong person, which is really effing annoying. Once again, the biggest issue is not him, it's his henchmen that are here. And I still got hit by the axe as I'm executing somebody. And as I'm rolling backwards. So, no... Okay, I'm out of healing gourd. He followed me with it! Damn it! And he got me. God damn it! I'm not dead, I'm just... That was bull. Let's see if I can get a little health. Oh, I love how he can, like, attack behind him when I'm in front of him and it hits me. Nope. Alright, cool. That was the axe guy. Alright. We'll be trying this again. But yeah, hopefully I can beat him, get the XP, and slash get the everything else. Yeah, but Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah, he's insane. Now, what my curiosity comes in at was his insanity, his mental problems. Oh wait, no, I think I need 3 for what I'm after. This one, yeah, I do need 3. Okay. Hey, Shared. Was Jeffrey Dahmer's mental problems, how much of it was because of situations in his life versus how much was it a born defect within his brain? Because, yeah, there's there's a lot of there is a difference between the two. But just because someone is born a sociopath does not mean they're inherently going to be an evil person within society. In fact, actually, one example that was given, Richard Klinsky once would have a sociopathic gene in his parents' influence to bring being a criminal via his upbringing, but they could have changed that. Do you think nature... Yeah, that's what I was actually about to talk about, is I was reading a book about sociopathy, incidentally, and that was brought up, is that just because you're a sociopath doesn't make you an evil person per se. It does make it you have a hard time feeling the same emotions everybody else and empathizing with people, but that doesn't make you evil. And the specific example they gave was there's a doctor. He's considered a sociopath genetically born. He has trouble with the emotions and everything, so he's diagnosed and everything. But he's a doctor. He's a world-class surgeon. And they said, and they basically did the Dr. House excuse of, do you want somebody who feels no emotion while he's cutting your brain open, or do you want somebody who's going to cry as soon as he's done? And there's also been a couple people that are in bomb disposal. They're the exact same way. They don't feel fear the same way, and because they don't feel fear the same way, they're able to go in there and do this job that you'd have to be insane to want to do. I need to get rid of that archer before he becomes an issue. I could have probably have countered that one. Ow. Very quiet. Because I think I turned down the game balance when I was doing the last game, which was very loud. So hang on. Let me turn that up then. There, that should be better. No, just okay, fine. No, hit me like it's nothing. I'm in the middle of a sword slash. Oh wait, no, you've got a torch. Okay, cool. That overrides any sword instantly. Sorry, I'm a little peeved about that one. Still quite audible? Okay, hang on. There, that should be a lot better then. We find it no issue watching autopsy responding first to the scene where they're messy, but emotional trauma and mental anguish disturbs us. What does that make us compared to? So here's the only thing I can associate with that. I'm not a psychologist, for the record. Me myself, I'm rather atypical in how I handle certain things. I'm not considered a sociopath by anything, or and hell, I've actually got depression issues, so all right. Anyway, but there are times where I just don't feel things. And I think that's tied to my bipolarism. And it's kind of hard to explain the why it goes like that, but I always thought of it as more of like an extreme form of compartmentalization, where there is a part of you that is repulsed or offended or disgusted, but at the same time you feel nothing because you're choosing not to feel it. Think like the whole Vulcan thing from Star Trek. Once again, I'm not a psychologist, so... You know, I just realized I may be turning up the wrong thing, so hang on a second. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I think I've been turning up the wrong volume this whole time, too, for this game specifically. There, that should make it a hell of a lot louder. So once again, you can come down to... Okay, so I don't always do it, like... There are times I don't have a choice in the matter, whether or not I'm going to feel. And that's why I was considered for personality disorder versus bipolarism. Is because of that disconnect. That can happen in my head. So one example, and this is like the first time it happened that it was noticeable, was when my grandmother had passed. And it was the first time I really noticed something was weird. Is my grandmother had passed, and she raised me. She was effectively my mom. That's fine. Have fun, Jared. And then when she passed, you know, I never cried, I never shed a tear or anything like that, and I never understood why. It just, like, I saw some of the strongest people I know, some of the emotionally strongest people I know, and they were losing it, and me, nothing. God damn it! He interrupted it. Let's see if I can get away and heal up for a second. Alright, let's see if I can deal with the henchmen first. Nope! I love how they can attack right through their allies like it's nothing. And by like, I mean the exact opposite of that. Nope. Okay, I can't roll back. That's one of the things that one of my friends have suggested, is that I had known it was coming due to her age and smoking everything, that was going to happen, and because I knew it was going to happen, I had already processed the information. So therefore, that's probably part of it. But the reason I don't always accept that argument, if I can get rid of his enemy or his allies, I can get rid of him so easy. Now I got really just left the axe guy. Take one of these pellets just to minimize the... Got him. Alright, cool. Now it's just me and him. Got him. So it's entirely possible that I desensitized myself because I knew it was coming. And because I knew it was coming, I had already just processed the information, as I mentioned before. But there's no telling. There's no real telling. Sad part is I didn't need to do this, I just wanted to. Still only one skill. Now, yes, there are some skills like over here I could probably get, or save up for 4, so my healing stuff is better. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep pushing through, because I'm trying to level myself up and learn more skills. Now, there is a secret, quote-unquote, in the water. It's another shinobi tool that I really like to use in certain fights. I'll have to relearn the timing on it because it's... I forgot about the carps. God damn, that thing scared me. The carps are harmless. That one is. There's the red-eyed carp that isn't, but that's another conversation. All right, so there is a semi-boss right up here. I'm ignoring him. If I can get past him, I'm ignoring him. He's got me trapped in a corner. There you go. I'm dead now. Woo. He waited for me. That's annoying. So, I'd put them all in, like, okay. Yes and no. Yes and no. And there's a very odd reason I would say no. Let me get past these guys. Set that. Now we're just going to go directly into the main hall where it's already on fire. Now here's the reason why I would say you can't. They are the same and they are not. They are the same and they're both serial killers that needed to kill. They had the compulsion to kill. Where the difference lies in is Ted Bundy roughly was... He was viewed as a functioning member of society for the most part. Dahmer kind of was too, but not really. And the reason why the not really is because, like, I think at the most he did, like, clown stuff. I can't remember. Whereas Ted Bundy, like... He was the classic, you know, he was just that quiet guy who lived next door, you know. He was able to blend in, and some people have described that kind of sociopath as high functioning. Where they have, where they're able to function within society, and they're not, and that compulsion in their head doesn't drive them to constantly ostracize themselves. Now there's a book I would recommend reading called it's the Dexter series. So if you've ever seen the TV show, it's that series that's based off of. They did a really good job with it. He was a sociopath who could blend in. He was a high functioning sociopath. See if I can get this guy. Kinda. I'm glad there's no stamina bar in this. The most you have is your stature bar. I would put him. Oh, somebody snuck up on me when I wasn't looking. I'd put him in a more similar category to Bundy. Mind you, I'm not an expert on any of this. I'm not a psychology expert. This is just stuff I've gleaned in random research bouts. And I'm not an expert on any one of them individually because I haven't read on them recently. So, with all that being said, I admit I am not once again, millionth time saying it, not an expert. I don't know everything. I'm not trained in any of this. I'm just stating from what I've picked up. Or divine confetti. That is awesome. I am going to need a lot of that. Paper totem. That's going to be helpful. So anyway, in the Dexter series, they actually, in one of the books that was not as popular, they explained a sociopath's desire to murder and all that stuff as Moloch. Or the Dark Passenger is how they described it normally. But then they explained it was Moloch. Moloch being a demon. A literal demon that sits inside their head and makes them want to kill. Some people are more functional with it. where just because they're being told to kill doesn't mean they don't know how to do it intelligently. I don't know how he saw me, actually. Hi, Gothic. We were talking a little bit about serial killers. I think you've missed me killing 2 bosses. Sub-bosses, but bosses nonetheless. Doubt... Yeah, I doubt I can get rid of those guys. Because ultimately, when you talk about like serial killers and stuff like that, what makes it different than, like, say the character here, Sekiro, versus any of those people?
You've done well to cover a rogue. My duty is to put Lord.
He is going to, yeah, he's going to draw as a distraction.
My name is not
I'm
coming.
going to use him to help me get rid of all the baddies.
They claim this land.
I forgot he does that. Shield guy freaking tackled me through him. That's annoying. I shouldn't have to say that. I'm just kind of curious what the hell he's drinking that's able to cause poison like that. Well, that was bullshit. Which one do you consider the most dangerous? To me, the bigger threat isn't the serial killer. Isn't the lone wolf psychotic killer. To me, it's always going to be a guy who wears a suit, as I'm going to describe it. I really don't want to have to go through all that again, but I'm going to. So think about it this way: the previous president in my country did nothing while a plague ravaged people, resulting in 300,000 deaths from just inaction, not malevolent doing the wrong thing. Did nothing and got that many people killed. So what makes a person like that any different than a man who feels the need to go out in the night and cut someone's throat, where he, through his own inaction, knowing he could have done more, but did nothing and allowed that many people to die? Now, once again, it's going into politics, so there's real no good answer. Now, when you say infamy, that becomes a hard question to answer too. Okay, he's back. That also becomes a hard question to answer because think of it this way: infamy doesn't mean that they had the highest body count. It means who scared people the most. And for that, I'd say the Zodiac Killer. He hands down scared people more. Now, I know I'm kind of splitting hairs here, but that's... I was hoping that would explain... He created... Like, there's the argument, and I don't agree with it, but there's the argument... He actually never killed anyone. He had them kill... he had other people kill other people. So whether or not that counts, that's up to you. Now I'm going to try something. I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Well, I wish there was a targeting system for that. Yep, once again, targeting system would have been nice. A little bit better. Still nothing. No one moved. Alright. So, you can argue that one too, but once again, he definitely was a sociopath. You watch his tics, his mannerisms, and the way he was able to captivate people is the signs of a high-functioning sociopath, because they reflect back what we want to see. He is a sociopath. You're conflating a serial killer with sociopath. Sociopath means is a medical term for how they process emotions and feelings, and he, by definition, very much was a sociopath. I'm just gonna get rid of this shield guy right here. Ow! Running away.
Done well to remind Lord Allah. Hear me! My name is not when they claim this land.
Okay, that's one tier down. I need to get... Oh, he's pissed at me. Not what I wanted to do. Fortunately, even blocking his blade now gets me a little poison. Waiting for the samurai guy to start. There we go. Oh, he got me. But thankfully, I'm not dead. I just need to back away. Take a pellet. Got him. I'm not a fan of his, so I'm not gonna answer that one about I don't know how to process if that was sarcasm or seriousness about the first part. I would say there has to have been more than one, purely because to hold a position like that, you have to have narcissism, you have to have a bit of a sociopathic streak in you. There's just a lot of personal qualities that is required to sit in that position of power. Now, I am honestly a little surprised I was able to get that guy taken out so fast, so really happy about that. Yep, I do remember this. Son of Owl.
The son of ice. It was pouring out more and more.
Yes.
It wouldn't stop. Would the young master? The young master is deep.
Now, they don't always need to go hand in hand. Like, narcissism does not require... sociopathy does not require narcissism. However, they tend to be symptomatic of each
The young
other.
master might need you, Roshi.
Because when you can't feel a connection to other people, all you have left is yourself. So, naturally, you might have a high opinion of yourself because it's the only thing you're able to have an opinion on. Or you feel an attachment to. If that makes any weird sense. There we go. Feel sorry for that guy. Almost. But, so yes, I think narcissism... Sociopathy does not require narcissism, and neither does narcissism require sociopathy, but I believe they could be tied to each other.
Dreadful.
I'd have to just read into Ed
techniques.
Kemper. I don't remember him very well.
Without a snap seed, it cannot be overcome. Take this. It's not much, but it's what I have.
Alright, so I should be able to... Let me make sure the snap seeds are set there. I know I have a couple. Because I do remember this boss fight. Tatami mats are so cool. Expensive to replace, though. So if you spill stuff on it, it's really expensive. Locked? Oh, did I advance too fast for it to let me do this? That's new. Alright, well, looks like I have to travel out of here then. Alright, so I've already done the Harada Estate. Okay. Let's go to the Ashina Gate Castle. I don't know how the rest of the world sees it, so it's really hard to explain. Like, because the closest I get is like the fudge. What's his name? What the hell? I should have had another. Oh, I just went to the wrong one. Not that one. That one. What's his name? Serial killer in London, famous, extremely famous. Anyway, it may just because. The one explanation I've ever heard is the way we tell our horror stories. Every culture has a different way of telling their horror stories. They usually sometimes have the same theme, but each one is different. And here's the reason why they say that. In America, the thing we fear is each other more than anything else. And that has always been a captivating way of drawing attention.
Yes.
Jack the Ripper. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember Jack the Ripper. Like, I have no idea why I couldn't remember him. Like, literally the most famous sociopath, or sorry, murderer
I'm sure
ever.
you are all aware already. This coming battle will determine the fate of all Ashina. We go now
Technically don't need to fight
risk
him.
our lives for Lord Ishin and the peoples of Ashina. We are Ashina! We are unbreakable! Yeah!
That's cute.
For Ashina!
But, yeah, in America, more often than not, we're afraid of other humans because the biggest monster we see is other humans. Look at our mass shootings we have so frequently. It's just the idea, like, So here's one actually good way of looking at it. Have you ever heard of what's referred to as the uncanny valley? Yep. Have you ever heard of what's referred to as the uncanny valley? Damn it. Well, it's actually referred to in psychology as a whole. CGI is just one of the bigger people who draw into a problem of it. It's when people start becoming uncomfortable around something because they start becoming uncomfortable by something that isn't human, that looks human. And we can tell the difference. So that's where the uncanny valley term comes in. It's used very good in suspense and horror flicks. It's a natural instinct we have. Now, here's the thing that someone brought up that I thought was really interesting. Why do humans have that? Why do we have that instinct to be uncomfortable or afraid around something that looks human but isn't?
I'm sure you are all aware already.
Was there at one point now some people have argued it's
we go now to risk our lives.
Is it tied to a time when we had other human species to fight with, like Neanderthals, for instance?
We are unbreakable.
Or is it more tied to, was there other things that hunted us that looked like us? Like somebody said, like that's actually an evidence that we had something like a vampire, or something like vampires that hunted us. God! If I can just get this last gunman, I can probably get him. Actually, I might be able to still just get the gunman with this. Not that! I tried to throw Ninja Star, and instead I had the axe out. That's my own damn fault. It's 100% my own fault. But yeah, so the idea that there is the uncanny valley is something that looks human, can pose as human. Probably in low-functioning sociopaths, yes, they appear as human in sheep's clothing, so therefore that would fit. They look human, act human, but they don't feel, they don't think the way a human does.
We go now to risk our lives for Lord Ishii and the peoples of Ashina.
And because they're not true human in that regard, good job shooting me after a spin like that. Oh, I love how he kept loading even after he got hit by a throwing star. That's awesome. Okay, he shot. Now I can back away. Okay, he's dead. Uncomfort. It can range from discomfort, which is why it's usually tied to like CGI effects. Is when you know somebody it's not the real person or it's not a real human. Yet for some reason, it looks like a human. That's the uncanny valley in effect. You're just, something's wrong. I can't tell you why, but something is wrong. That's the uncanny valley in effect. Yeah, let's see what here. New present. Divine Grass. Awesome. Does not open from this side. All right. Once again, I didn't need to fight him. It was more because I'm trying to collect those prayer beads to power up. I'm up to 3 prayer beads. One more boss, and I have another set to increase my health with. What you got for me?
You're not one of the samurai of this castle, are you, friend? You look like a shinobi, and a skilled one at that.
That's right.
I thought so. In that case, let's say you take care of some of the samurai around here. Some unfortunate things
It could be the
happen.
same thing,
Now
like
they're
something
after
in the
you day
air,
and
something
night.
is off about the
I'm at the end of my
situation.
rope
Similar,
here.
an uncanny valley
These
effect
Ashina
on the
samurai got a
situation.
stick so far up their- well, you'd think they'd have bigger things
Imagine
to worry
like
about than
a
chasing
really
after
bad
me
case of
anyway.
deja vu, where you don't remember the exact event in the deja vu, but you felt it before, so you know something in this deja vu happened that was bad. So you just got this instant bad feeling. That would be an example, yes. There's a lot more of them than I thought there was. Get rid of the dog. Yes. Frequently. Well, not frequently. I've had it enough times where it just comes across and you're like, hey, there's some bad juju's about to happen. I can't explain it. I just felt like I've seen this before and it didn't end well. Someone is hitting me. Who's hitting me at range? Oh, it's one of those guys. Oh, I don't know how that didn't break his hat. There we go. That's possible. It's legitimately possible. You mentioned in the earlier stream about you've having had a relationship with somebody who, I'm not gonna say fit that mindset, but may have viewed themselves as a creature of the night, let's say. So it's entirely possible that there actually is something like that out there. I'm someone who's strictly of the belief of if I haven't seen it, it might not be real, but I am willing to have an open mind about it. So don't me saying any of this make you think, oh, this person believes in vampires and werewolves. Haven't seen it, so I can't really believe it. However, I do leave the door open for the possibility. Oh, good scrap iron. Hey, I've gone to in a circle. Awesome. I'll see if I can get rid of that ninja up there who's messing with me. Oh, where the hell is he? And he's just gonna take pot shots at me. Oh, there's a ninja up there. Let's see if I can get him. I've been able to sneak up on these guys. Hey, got him. And once again, if you're somebody who like works in a morgue 24/7, or that's your day job, yeah, you become very desensitized to things. Just because it's something that humans shouldn't, or most often are not desensitized to, doesn't mean you're a freak because you are desensitized to it. Like, for instance, I will never be, as far as I can tell, I will never be desensitized to the death of animals. I will always lose it. I could never work at a vet clinic Now, one of my close friends, who's a very big animal lover, like you have no effing clue. Takes in animals, makes sure they have a home. She's had to put down more than 1 or 2. And I thought, and the first time I saw her the day after, I thought she would be heartbroken. She didn't blink, because to her it literally was just a Tuesday. I'm gonna see if I can just get away and get to the save point that's up this way. I forgot about him. Yeah, because there's a lot of, I'm not going to call it genetic memory because that would be horribly inaccurate way of phrasing it. Some people refer to it as junk DNA, whatever you want to call it. But there is a distinct possibility that some of our psychological instinct that's left over is because of that. Now, there was something I was actually trying to specifically do. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Ow. Will you stand still? There, die. Alright, I'm gonna drink that. I wish I had seen him. That would have saved me a lot of headache. Alright. I was trying to do something. I can't remember. Now, some animes actually do something, like, specifically Baki actually did something recently that I really enjoyed. Surely primal nature is our building blocks, which is dominating and Dahmer, Bundy, and such other junk DNA, such as... I'm going to disagree. And... the reason why is one of the things that's made humans as strong as we are is the fact that we are social creatures. We are able to empathize and function as a society and as a culture. People like Dahmer, Bundy, you name it, they are unable to really function. Everything they do is just to everything they do is purely to fulfill their own self-interest, which, in a lot of those cases, was to hurt people. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get to him. You know, I'm going to crouch here for a second. The uncanny valley effect may be us sensing somebody is off or broken. And because of that, we can sense them out, because they're a detriment to our society/culture. Apparently, I can't block anymore. I want to check something. Do you think it's that our social nature and evolution is really over-evolution, therefore we've gone past our healthy evolution, hence mental illness and empathy? No. I'll explain that one when I'm not being attacked by ninjas. I got that one. Now there's the other one that throws things. I love how you were able to transition from throwing things to instantly being able to hit me with weapons you didn't have. There. Broke your posture, and now you're dead. Alright. Alright. Now to answer, now, do you think it's possible that our social nature and evolution is really over evolution, therefore we have gone past our healthy evolving point, and hence mental illness and empathy? No, because at this point in human society, as in a culture, as in a people, as a civilization, whatever you want to call it, for us to continue moving forward as an existence, we need to start looking at a bigger and bigger picture. Now, one of the drawbacks we're experiencing right now is the conflict between the old way and the new way. The old way, we're going to say conservative versus liberal, because that's the best way of doing it. You have the people who say, I am going to protect my pack. Now, how big that pack is dependent on the people's view. It might be themselves, it might be their immediate family, it might be their extended family. But then you have people who are like, no, I care that people are starving in other countries. I want to help them. So as a race, if we want to eventually go to other planets, if we eventually want to fix a lot of these things, we need to suppress the side of us that is that more animalistic side that says, okay, I don't care about that tribe. I care about my tribe. We need to go beyond that. And for that, we are under-evolved for. I was hoping that fall would kill him. Oh, that's cool. It sucks, but it's cool. And he killed me. So, that's my opinion on that. Now, once again, not an expert or anything, I'm just theorizing, and this is the kind of stuff I would use in my stories to explain things. Now, I think these ninjas are considered sub-bosses in that they don't respawn. I'm probably mistaken. Because he's back up there, but I didn't kill him. I killed everybody else, though. Yeah, and the ninja I assassinated earlier didn't respawn. So yeah, these ninjas I don't think are respawning, which is good for me, because they are assholes. Nope, those guys are back, and he's back. Alright. That was me just being pissed, because that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want you to use your grappling hook. No. Oh, yeah. 5 feet over. Yeah, just grapple 5 feet over. That's exactly where I wanted you to go. That's great. All right. I couldn't even block that. All right, I'm back alive again, running again. Because I have a specific destination in mind, and it's on this side. There. Hopefully they'll forget I exist. Interesting, but do you think success will be found by suppressing our animal nature when in fact suppressing results in negative reaction as... I didn't say suppressing. Because suppressing and addressing are two separate things. So, as an example... Oh yeah, that's a thing. Alright. So... addressing and suppressing are two separate things. Now, to take it as an example being... he suicide bombed me. And he's still alive. She, it, thing, I don't know. So let's take like my self-hate for instance. It's a strong part of who I am. I am aware of it. I process it. For me to ignore it would be me suppressing it. For me to, every time I have that feeling, reach up and grab my heart, that would be me suppressing it. However, what is not suppressing it is instead listening to it and correcting it. I'm trying to see if there's a better way to get up there, because I really am not liking how this is going. Like, I can't just hook there, which is annoying as hell. Alright, I guess I gotta do it that way. I'm gonna see if I can do it the annoyingly bad way. Nope, nope, alright, just no. Not allowed to grapple? How about now? Can I grapple now? No? Alright. How about now? No? No? Alright, cool. Like, I've grappled further distances than that. Can't wall hang either? Alright, okay, cool, now I can. Phew! I was afraid I'd lost that ability in this game. Gets annoying when they do that. I don't know. Somebody had mentioned it offhand when they were discussing the Uncanny Valley, and it just kind of stuck with me as an idea of that the instinct of the Uncanny Valley comes from us dealing with something that looked human or looked near human, but wasn't. So by default, that meant that am I not allowed to go up there? I've gone up there all this time, and now it's like, hey, no, you're not allowed to go up there. I appreciate that. Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm not doing particularly well with the Sekiro side. Okay, I blocked it that time. Woo. Another flaming jerk. Can I go in the water? I think I can go down there. I can go down there. I'm going down there. Because I think the water's safe-ish. Because I think this is actually where I wanted to go anyway. Kind of. Maybe. Can I just jump out? No, I can't. I can just do the dolphin jump thing. I think this is one of the directions I wanted to go anyway, and I didn't need to go up for it. It was just reflex. Ah. Breathing sucks.
Saying we don't have enough salt?
Yes, sir. We use it for cooking, of course, but we also use it on wounds and for purifying the dead.
So at the rate people are dying, we're out then?
Yes, sir. That's why many on the battlefield are falling ill.
I see. We'll need to find a way to get some salt then.
I'm not going to bother killing him. I'm looking for something. There are monkeys here. I got killed by a monkey. Orangutan specifically. That one's dead. That one's dead. More dead. Ow! Just saw how I killed him. That looked painful. I'm really hoping there's a save point somewhere nearby because I really don't want to have to do all this running around to get back. Okay, I think there is. I think that's what that is right there. Yeah. Woo! Although I think I'm going the wrong direction. It's taking me where do I want to go. Now, under the category of useless talents, I would love it if my ability to do like the philosophy while playing video games and hold these conversations could eventually be worth a career. Not gonna lie. Ew, ill liver. Probably good for something. I don't know. We'll see. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying your company. Don't. Although I do have to ask, what got you on this wanting to talk about like sociopaths and stuff like that? Because that was like the first thing you brought up almost immediately. It's just a very odd train of thought to go into a Sekiro stream with. Not gonna lie, but not that there's an issue with it. I'm just more curious. Were you watching like a documentary or something? Sunken Valley. Oh yeah, these guys. Hey, you're not allowed to bring a gun to a knife fight. I don't know why I felt the need to kill that lizard, but I did. I do know that Vex is now suddenly really upset with me. Take over the world, very specifically. No, in all seriousness, I want to be a content creator. I want to make things that make people smile. I want to make things that make people's lives better. If I can do that by entertaining them, then so that makes it all the better. Can I unlock on? There we go. There we go. Come on, I know I found it. Rest. Reset everybody. Cool.
The gun fort.
Alright. Either direction could be good. It could be phrased. I do think it can definitely be for the good, and here's my half-assed logic why. It made it so that people in other countries, like for instance, like me and you would have never have talked in real life. If it had been for the internet and social media. YouTube is a social media. And because we're able to communicate with each other, we're able to exchange ideas and various other things to a level that would have been impossible just a couple generations ago. I think the door's still going to be locked downstairs. No. So, now there is some worse in the regards of like, yes, people become more shallow in their might become more shallow in the way they view and talk about things. This is where I wanted to be. Be more shallow in the way that they do and talk about things. But but that doesn't make it. But at the same token, so let's. Correct. Now, however, I'll get to that part in a second. Now, for instance, like one of the big things that's coming out of like social media is that people are waking up to a lot of lies that, like, my country, for instance, has told its people for years. That social medicine, as in government-funded medicine, is impossible. You can't have it. This, that, and the other, and 35 other degrees of other stuff. We get told that all the damn time. And then we're also finding out about like the workman's benefits of other countries. But then they start reading news about.
You've got it.
Cool. But then we start finding out what other benefits other countries have. Like a good example being what's this? Cool. One good example being. Is that some countries allow for guaranteed time off, for instance. I do need these Robert's firecrackers, because this actually gets me... Yeah. I'm not going to. I'm going to get the gourd seed, which is really what I really came here for. Now, the idea exchange... I'm okay with the idea exchange. I'm really good for it, actually. I really enjoy it. Now, here's where my issue comes in at. Is where at some point I'm going to shut down the discussion if we have literally no common ground. Like, it's impossible. So, say me and you agree. We have to agree that life is important, okay? That people being able to live, people being able to eat is important. For me to want to ever discuss with you how to provide food and healthcare to people. Because if you're coming into this argument and conversation with no connection with me on that, then there's no point in me having I forgot to do something. There's no point in me having that conversation with you. Because we literally cannot agree. There is, by definition, no foundation for us to agree. If you think all life is meaningless, everybody should die, stuff like that, and I'm trying to convince you that we need health care for everybody, we need food for everybody should have a roof over their head, then there's no point in us talking. There just isn't.
I'm taking a blood. I know how to bring this to Lady.
There's just no point in us talking anymore, because at that point we've decided we just aren't going to agree. No matter how much I talk, we're just not going to agree. Ever. Now, if we do agree on those things, then it becomes down to, we can discuss and figure out where common ground on where we can agree. Like, for instance, say me and you agree on like socialized medicine where the government pays for healthcare. We'll start there and work our way around. But then you're like, well, wait, what if somebody wants dentistry? I'm like, well, no, that should be covered because you need your teeth to function. If they're in pain, you can't work. But then you're like, but no, that's, like, okay, fine, but what about cosmetic stuff? And then we can go back and forth on that. That is a different conversation. That is us nailing down the minutia. But if me and you can't even have the common ground of life is important, then we have issues.
I've obtained one.
A blood sample. The coloration is very but what?
Do you have enough blood?
I believe. Allow me to continue. When we speak, in fact. Goodbye.
I don't think he's got anything for me. All right. So, but yeah, the free exchange of ideas is a very important thing, but when having these conversations, you have to understand that some people might just literally not have the same foundation as you. Okay, we do agree on that. Good. I didn't want to have to argue that one. I didn't think I'd have to, but... Oh. Definitely gonna have to get that. Alright, I'm not going to the Sunken Valley. I can't do anything in the Hirata Estates. So I will have to do the... We'll do the Ashina Castle. I have several places I want to go with that. because I've had that argument with people several times. Like I was like specifically about healthcare. I said, hey, homeless people need a roof over their head. There needs to be a guaranteed minimum healthcare that no one has to pay for. You know, like enough to, like, in theory, at least keep you in work. I'd prefer more than that, but that's the bare minimum I'd be willing to accept. And they said, no, if you can't pay for it, you don't deserve to exist in our society. And I'm like, then we're just not going to agree. Like, there is literally nowhere we can go with this conversation. There's no point in it. And he thought I was just being rude. I'm like, no, I'm saving us both time. There's just no point. Okay. Well, to be honest, it's kind of hard to have a debate when I'm actively talking and you are you're a person in chat. Which, no, don't get me wrong. I love that you're here and I appreciate you being here. I probably shouldn't have done that. Don't know why I did it. So don't think I'm like, hey, you know, it's just that I have a larger microphone in the fact that I can drown you out by talking faster or just not reading what you say. Or hell, I can even delete your messages. Would I do that? Probably not. I don't think I would. Is there a way to climb back out now? I don't mean to jump down here, but I may be drowning here. Oh, I can drink down here. Cool. Oh, okay. Oh, there is a way out. It's over here. Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Okay, this is a dead end. Oh yeah, eventually I do gain the ability to die. Wait, what? Oh, no, you're good. I kind of had that feeling. Like, the only time I kind of got little, I'm going to say defensive, was when you said what you said about the previous president, because I do not like that man. I do not.
Thank you.
For what do you...
Oh, this go.
So for you to say that threw me off. I didn't know if you were being serious or sarcastic, so I was like... But I just don't like him. Like, there is literally nothing you could say to redeem him in my eyes. So when you said that, I didn't know how serious or sarcastic you were, so I kind of like... I'm going to treat it as if you were sarcastic, because that's the optimal one. It's hard to read sarcasm, so when I say sarcasm, when I say something sarcastic, I put it in parentheses. So people know I was sarcastic. I'm glad you were sarcastic. I read it as such. But there was that hesitation that I was like, you might have been serious. So I'm glad you were sarcastic. It actually puts my mind at ease a bit. Because if you look at the rest of my videos I've done, I have not made it a secret on how I stand politically on things. Because I do some podcast work. I need to probably go back to doing a bit more of those videos. And I've said exactly where I stand on things. Now I know I'm going back to like climbing this way, but I feel like there's something I'm missing this way. I remember there being a secret that I didn't find out about until after the secret was useless. I have some friends who have voted for him, but if you are a QAnoner, which is somebody who's like devoutly worships him, probably not. Like, if your whole identity is built around the worship of that man, probably not. Once again, I'm all for the free exchange of ideas and all that good stuff. But at that point, you are not for the exchange of ideas. You're trying to monopolize my time. Because if you believed in ideas, you wouldn't believe in him, or you wouldn't believe in that group. Because I do have at least one friend I served in the Navy with, who voted for him twice, and I really wish he hadn't. He tried to lie to me a couple times, but he later on admitted it. That's another conversation. Let's see if I can actually block this one. Oh, you block that, he shuts him down. There we go. Use a pellet. But if you're somebody who actively worshipped or followed down the QAnon route, no, not really. I think there's just no conversation to be had with us. We're just going to be too different of people. That's one down. Four of them showed up. Alright. Come on, let me go, let me go. Let me drink this. Woo! Finally got to the window I was looking for. Another gourd seed, awesome. Getting a lot of those. It's almost like I'm about to fight a big boss coming up. Actually, I know what's coming up specifically. Yeah. We have this strong sense of nationalism that's been spreading that I really just don't like. I'm actually gonna back away from killing these guys. Like, I could easily go through here and probably get some good practice in, but this is not the window I was actually looking for. That's not the secret one. There's a secret one that I'm after. I'm trying to find where it's at. What the hell was that? What I'm of the opinion of with what's going on right now is that America is going through a time of transformation, and it's going to be painful. No, he doesn't even give you a chance. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to. How does he not have health missing from that? Like, I just watched him barrel into the wall. See if I can get as many of these executed as I can, because I don't have... Let me go ahead and drink a healing gourd. I don't have my revive anymore because of that one suicide bomber. No. I unfortunately missed my chance at that. I would really love it if they did go ahead and make that, though. I know they won't because Konami is a bag of ass. And they really are pissed off at Hideo. Which means we'll probably never see another good Metal Gear Solid game. I would my Metal Gear Rising videos just finished releasing. And I would have loved to have seen a sequel series. But yeah, I did miss my chance at playing that. And at this point, like they might eventually add it back into the demo store because they've gotten a lot of flack for their behavior on that. Can I cut that rope? Nope. Can I can't even target him. Because I know there's a secret. Got that one. It's God! That's annoying. And my Evil Within video Let's Plays are going to be starting up Tuesday. I got to get a lot of editing done because I'm only on episode 6 recorded or edited, and I've got 15 total, so one for each chapter. All right, so I need to save up 5. I'm gonna try something, hang on. Just checking what those alerts were. Let's see what time is it. Alright. But you never answered the question. What got you like wanting to talk about like serial killers and stuff like that? That was like, it was like really random. Like literally the first thing you said, you didn't even say hello or anything. Just started talking about it. Yes, I had considered it. But more often than not, my study in the study in psychology I know comes more actually from what I wanted to know because of I'm writing a story of some kind. There, that one's dead. There, and the on fire one is dead. Now, there is a secret. I do remember it. Okay. It's possible, but I don't think you have to worry. I don't think you fit into that same category. I think you're safe. I really want to find where this secret was. Like, it's actually bothering me that I can't remember exactly where it was. And I do remember you specifically mentioning that earlier. It's just, I'd forgotten. Is there anywhere I can grapple that's slightly higher? Since I got those guys dead and I haven't actually died myself, I can go check out a couple places without having too much of an issue. Because I want to say the secret is right around here. Once again, it's bothering me I can't find it. It's like an alternate way into the castle that's not easier per se, just more interesting, and you can always go backwards through the path. Oh, what's this? Is this it? That's a step closer. At least now it's on the right floor level it should be on. Okay, I think I know where it's at. I'm tracing out what I remember of the design of the inside. So it should be... No, it's not on this side. It's on the other complete side. Okay. I'm really trying not to pull out a guide to go look. Yeah, it's not there, obviously. It's more of back this way. Back where I was first trying it. Is that it? No, that's just dead blood from me having killed somebody. Yeah, So, here's something to think about. You felt bad for their father. A person who was sociopathic wouldn't have been able to feel that. Think of it that way. Alright, so there's got to be a way up there specifically. And I'm not seeing where I can grapple. It's just not letting me see it. So let me jump back over here. Yeah, it's got to be up on that window. I'm going to cheat. Oh, so I had an idea of a script I wanted to write. For... Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm going to look up where that hidden spot is, because it's going to bug me until I find it, so... Already did that, already did that. Okay, did that. Okay, but there's the alternate way in, and it's not telling me that one. Alright, hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do this the right way. Fuck it. Sorry for the delay. I was just more trying to be stupid. I've got a couple movie ideas I would love to do. I've got a book written. I'd rather do a TV show. But although yes, you'd have a lower budget with a TV show, I feel that I feel I can tell a mo better story with the amount of time I'd have. So anyway, I'm gonna advance properly now. Sorry about that. I was just trying to. There was a secret entrance. I can't remember where it is, and it's bugging the ever-loving hell out of me. So we're just gonna advance normal now. Correct. Like even like Falcon and Winter Soldier, you got to see the characters progress just so much more internally over a longer period of time, because instead of having like an hour and 30-minute long movie, I could instead do just a significantly longer movie or a TV show with enough episodes to cover what I need to cover. Sorry, these guys are actually rather difficult with their attack patterns. They're actual trained samurai. Nope. So for one example, I would really be interested in turning my the Warden's idea into a real TV show, because I think it would be really good TV show. Can I? No. All right. I'm gonna cheat real fast. Hang on. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. But the idea, for anybody who hasn't seen or heard about my book, the idea of the Wardens was monsters, vampires, werewolves, all that stuff do live among us, but what separates us is the veil. And the veil is a combination of magic and our disbelief in their existence. And because of the veil's existence,
the rejuvenating water.
A vampire could literally, or somebody could throw a fireball at somebody and we wouldn't see the fireball hit them, we just see them explode. Because we just couldn't believe that magic had caused what we saw happen. However, And the younger you are, the easier it is to break that veil. The younger you are, the easier it is to break that veil. And once it's broken, you are forever aware that something is there, that monsters are real. Ah, damn it, I should have... I knew exactly what I should have done and I didn't do it. That is what I wanted to do. Got it. Starting to wonder if I was going to be able to do it. Now here's the entrance I was trying to do all those times. Kind of glad I didn't. There's two ninjas right there. I'll worry about them in a second. Oh. I'll now deal with the ninjas, I guess. 3 ninjas. Ah, ah, ah. Now for the actual reason I wanted to come here. What is it? Oh, it gets rid of shock, which is actually important coming up. Pellets. Ishin letter. I'll have to explain that one. What is your day job? Okay, here's where I wanted to be. But where is it? Because I have the save point I can return here. Where the hell am I? Where was this secret entrance that I was looking for all that time? Oh, here. Nowhere near where I thought it was. That's good to know. Either way. Let me do this then. Partly fall to my death. We're a student, but in our spare time we study and write scripts. Oh, okay. That's what confused me. I'm like, because where you come from with a lot of different things, like nothing wrong with anything you've said, just kind of caught me off guard. Like, oh, you're fine. Nothing wrong with what you said grammar-wise. The only oddity in the way you talk is that you use plural. You speak of yourself in the plural, which, okay, whatever. Not a big deal. It's something that's noticeable. It's not even a big deal. I got one more boss fight I'm going to be trying to knock out, and then the next one will be going into the pretty much one of the biggest boss fights we've had up to date. Like, technically, Ginchiro, the guy on the horse, is the first true boss you encounter. Okay, that's why the Wii. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense then. Okay, I didn't know if that was intentional or no offense, I assumed it was a language thing. Although some people refer to themselves in the third person, so that's fine. So I'm actually talking to 2 people. I apologize for my ignorance. Would that be a good one for it? Alright. I do appreciate you, both of you, spending your time hanging out with me. It does mean, actually means a lot to me. we were talking about like mental issues and stuff like that. And I was talking about like addressing versus suppressing. So here's suppressing would be, hey, it's not like you just straight up ignoring that my mental issues are telling me that I'm not successful, I'm not entertaining, people don't like watching me, people only watch out of sympathy. Now, this is when you just haven't said anything, so Gothic, and I do appreciate you being here. Now, with that being said, someone like Gothic is my friend, so I can counter with, well, Gothic watches me, but then my psychology, my mental problems would address it as they do it because they feel they have to, and that's what my mental problems would tell me. Now, me addressing it is me looking at it and going, Gothic is here because if they didn't find me entertaining, they wouldn't even talk in the conversation. They wouldn't even make an excuse. I have plenty of friends who don't watch my stuff, and they just say, hey, I just don't find your stuff, the stuff you make is not something I like. Cool. But proof that someone like Gothic and someone who I have no idea who the hell you are, no offense, Whisper, means that people do find my work entertaining, or at least like my company. And that means a lot to me. That means that I am doing something right. Oh, that's fine. Kind of curious what happened to Yoda. When I was doing my Star Wars games, I had
I believe for
somebody else here that was like really into Star Wars stuff. Oh, okay, cool. I can get rid of.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf. Goodbye.
It can be rather anxiety-inducing because everything I do, all my work I do, is always under the microscope. And it kind of gets even worse when you consider the fact that I edit for three other streamers. 2 of them are actually going to pay me, so that's awesome. And let's say, okay. So let's say my average of streaming was 70 people. Cool. And then one day I had 2. That sudden change would mess with me a bit. Because in my head, something is telling me I'm doing something wrong. So you put yourself out there like that. That you bear yourself to the world saying, hey, I want to be entertaining. And anytime you put yourself out like that, there is a chance of failure. And you have 2 ways of handling it. Either you look at it as, hey, here's what I'm doing wrong, here's how I can improve. Or, hey, they just don't know what a good joke is. They don't know what entertainment is. I prefer to look at ways I can improve myself. If you look at my earliest content, it's pretty much just a straight recording with no editing. And now you see my work is rather heavily edited, with me cutting in and out what I need to, and cutting in quick jokes. So that, kind of a bass-backwards way of explaining it, but... Alright, we're about to go into a boss fight. This one is interesting. He's the most interesting I've fought so far. In, like, his mechanics, not how difficult he is. That's why. Yeah, see, he hits you fast. Now, I need to get a stupid amount of watch hours before I reach my true goal, which is reach affiliate with YouTube. To reach affiliate with YouTube, I need 1,000 subscribers. I've reached that, and now I need an average of 4,000 watch hours over a period of 365 365 days. Me doing these streams is helping quite a bit, and just you hanging out here talking with me helps out a lot. I should have been attacking him more. Because he is like the first one you have to actually be hyper aggressive on. Because of that. So we're going to get him. I can get him. I know I can. I remember beating him last time. I'm reflexively going back into blocking. I need to be aggressive. This is a game where you are supposed to be on somebody aggressive and smacking them. You know, when you have that death symbol, you're supposed to get away. Shanae! I really need to work on my Japanese. Ah, my leg itches. But to further answer your question, considering where I have started and where I'm at now, it makes me... Oh, I've already been told that. I've straight up been told that. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to give you hints on who, but there is one follower that I first encountered on Twitch, and they followed me ever since. Where they live in the middle of BFE and are isolated, but they're also of the LGBTQ community. And where they're at, they have to hide who they are. They can't reveal that side of their personality. And when they admitted it to me, I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Didn't bat an eye. And they said for the first time in a long time, they felt like they were accepted. And yeah, that I've already had that happen once, and it makes every hour I stayed awake, every moment I spent learning how to edit, recording, all that, worth it. Almost had him, and it's gonna disappear before I really even get back up. Yeah, you got me. So I've had that happen, and I'm pretty sure there's more people than that. That's just the one person who admitted it to me. I didn't treat them like they were scum. I saw them for roughly who they were, and didn't bat. And Markiplier is somebody I draw a lot of inspiration from when it comes to the kind of content creator I want to be. I would say Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers as well. And Bill Nye, of course. Damn it, almost had him. But to answer you, Gothic, yes, for real. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm 100% being serious that there is a person within he's in the Discord. This person is within the Discord community, and that is how they felt. And just me listening to them, and they were just talking to me in chat, and like they were like, "Yeah, I'm gay," and I'm like, "Cool." Like it didn't faze me. I didn't blink. It's not that I didn't care. I was glad that they were comfortable enough with me to admit that to me. Because they've had nothing but bad experience telling people. Okay, that's one. Craig Ferguson is great too. He got me. I might be able to still get him. There, got back up. Can I heal? Yes. Although if I'm being honest, ooh, got him. Yes, you are a very happy person. And for the record, I wasn't talking about you, Gothic. Alright. So I'm going to leave you guys on a teaser with this. Watch this. Hang on, let me heal up first. There's no real reason, but I'm going to heal up first. You guys want to see what the Monday stream is going to start with? Cool. I don't... Yeah, lightning reversal. All right, you guys are about to see a teaser for the next one. It'll be a boss fight that'll end extremely abruptly. Because I will get my butt kicked instantly. But you do get a cutscene.
How is grandfather?
Lord Ishinis.
This is when you choose to show up, Mad
It's a wonder he
Techie.
is still with us. A miracle.
I've been streaming for 2 hours.
Is that so?
I'm gonna get my ass kicked by this guy,
Goodbye.
and that'll be it.
I'll ask you once more.
For the record, Gothic, that's a conversation me and Whisper were having earlier about having known people that do that.
Accept me to your immortal oath.
So that doesn't, it's not meant to be as creepy as it may sound.
I cannot do that, Lord Genichiro.
Oh, okay.
Your victory that day means nothing. He will risk his life to take me home. For he is my shinobi.
My lord, I have come.
Well,
for
hopefully
you.
we'll be able to have you around Monday then, because I'm gonna double play this game until I finish it.
Will
This guy's got 3 phases.
Let's see. For as long as you are alive, the dragon's blood can never be mine.
All right.
face me?
Shinobi.
I forgot how strong the draw on that bow is. That's the first death.
Dragon's blood. Then I will kill you as many times as it takes.
All right. See, and that's the next boss I have to beat. The story does not advance until you beat him. I used to have him memorized where I damn near didn't get hurt. You could actually see I think that's one of the few. No, that was a stream I did on Twitch, so that's long gone. But that's where I'm going to call this one. Mad Techie, I'm glad you showed up. Whisper, hopefully I'll see you around Monday. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday. Yeah. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Monday, I'll be back into this game, and then we take a break at some point, and then we come back to it at 6 p.m. Once I get through this game, we're going into Neo. Neo 2 specifically. I want to eventually get to Bloodborne. I really do, but I'm going based on the community votes. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one, alright?